So, Peter, we're talking about disjointed data today, which is a huge topic. And I think we'll probably have to come back to this in the future because there's so much to cover. But I wanted to start with the big question, which is why is solving disjointed data so important right now?
We have seen well into the double digits increase in revenue simply by connecting your data and using the data in a way to inform your business decisions going forward. And sometimes that can happen really, really quickly. There's like a fertile field to hoe, and you could basically create a food forest out there where you could get a whole bunch of different data. Then your challenge is, how do we organize that in a way that moves the business forward, that informs us on how to save money on paid media, how to judge performance of employees, how to judge quality of work, how to create strategies for increasing sales. And I mean, obviously we could go on and on and on, but there is just a matter of really taking a look at a business, what's important to a business, and then creating dashboards that give actionable information that can actually make a difference at the end of the next week or next quarter or next year is super valuable.
So I wanted to look at kind of a subsect of this issue since we're talking about unifying data. And that is businesses that have multiple business units or sibling companies or franchises. What kind of CRM should businesses in that circumstance be looking for?
Well, it basically has to be a CRM that's very flexible and is very feature laden. So, for instance, with a franchise business, a typical thing is that franchisee wants to have their own data set. They want to see how their franchise is working. And the headquarters, the franchisor, they also want to see what's happening, but they want to see it on a global level. So to be able to build a CRM so that there are separate walled off spaces for each of the franchisees, and then also it all feeds up into the corporate is kind of a must have, because otherwise one side or the other is not going to be getting what they want. So, and not every CRM will do that.
So, what CRM implementations are usually necessary for franchise businesses or other businesses in a similar situation in order to get to that level of having as much data connectivity as possible?
Well, I mean, it really depends upon the architecture. In the franchise case, which we have done, HubSpot makes it very easy to build that because you can set up separate teams, and each of those teams have their own permissions and their own ecosystem, so to speak. And the corporate offices have access to all of that, have access to each franchisee's data so that they can aggregate that data and also find data that's going to help them grow their business and even serve their franchisees.